Everyone, let's talk about how to start the probate process. First, let me begin by saying that we have lots and lots of educational videos on probate, all kinds of questions. So be sure to watch those videos or watch some of those videos as well with this one, and hopefully that will put you in the right track with the probate process. But before you start talking about probate, before you think about probate, before you say, okay, let's start the process, let's talk about if you need to file for probate. Okay, sometimes people call me and they say, oh, grandma just died, I have her will, we need to file for probate. My next question is, do we need to file for probate? And again, watch our other educational videos that they talk about why and when is probate needed. But let's say you have determined that probate is needed and you don't know what to do next. I would say first, see if there is a last will and testament. So ask the family, look around the house, look in the safe, check a safe deposit box, because that's the first question a lawyer or the courts will want to know. Is there a will? Also because a last will and testament has an executor in there, right? I appoint my brother as my personal representative or as the executor, and that person has the authority and hopefully access to that last will and testament. So locate the will if there is one. If you don't have a will and you know you have to file for probate, I would strongly recommend that you go and hire a lawyer. Now in Oklahoma, you don't have to have a lawyer to initiate probate. You can file probate for yourself, pro se. However, it is strongly recommended that you get a lawyer. And why is that? Well, let's talk a little bit about the probate process in very broad terms. Basically, the probate process starts by filing a petition. You may have, if you're on your own and you think you can do it, you may find forms for the probate process. I would recommend start with the court clerk and see if they have any forms. I know, again, in Oklahoma, I think the Oklahoma County Law Library sells some forms. You may find them online, I'm not sure, but just make sure they comply with the local law. And then you file a petition. The petition says, okay, this is who this person was. These are their heirs. There was or there wasn't a last will and testament. It has some very basic information. That initiates the probate process. A hearing on the petition where everyone has to, well, they don't have to appear, but it has to receive notice, and they have the opportunity to contest what you're trying to do, because and that's where strongly recommend a lawyer. Sometimes you have to publish in the paper about this hearing. You also have to make sure that all the people entitled to get a copy of the petition get a copy of the petition, because the judge is not going to proceed until the law is fully followed. Who are the people entitled to the petition? Well, that's where a lawyer will help you. Usually the kids, the spouse, the people nominated in the will, and so on. So if you do 9 out of 10 people and you don't do the 10th, the judge is not going to allow you to proceed until everyone receives notice. So that's one of the things why you should get a lawyer. There are also deadlines. You have to publish notice for creditors. You have to wait so long before you can proceed with closing the estate. So can you find the forms? Can you do it yourself? Absolutely. Should you get a lawyer? Absolutely as well. There are deadlines, and sometimes people begin doing it on their own, but then it ends up being more expensive to go back and fix than it would be to just start with someone who knows what they're doing to begin with. But how to begin the probate process, again, as a summary. Make sure you need to file for probate. Just because there is a will doesn't mean you have to probate. Very quickly, if there is real property, home, land, mineral interest, just in the deceased person's name, you have to file for probate. Also, if there is a financial account, a substantial financial account that does not have beneficiaries, like a bank account, for example, you will likely have to file for probate. Then, if it is established, yes, grandma had a house, you have to file for probate. Look for a will, because whomever you're dealing with, the courts or the lawyer, they're going to need to know about the will. And then once you have that, ideally you find a lawyer. The lawyer will give you an intake form, and that will have a list of what other documents people are going to need. One of them is, of course, a death certificate. Anywhere you go, they will need to see a death certificate before they allow you to act or even ask questions or do anything on behalf of the deceased person. So I hope this video helped. Please email me if you have topics for future videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and also look for the other educational videos. I'm sure that you have a lot of questions and some of them are answered in those videos. Thank you for watching.